Hey, this Judge and Waste bringing you some hardcore team deathmatch. About time that I got back to the hardcore scene. As you know, when the new maps come out, I like to play those new maps, and unfortunately the hardcore playlist does not include a way to just play those new maps, so that's why I was putting up all that core gameplay. I know a couple of you guys were getting on me for doing that, and I know you're doing that in good fun, but as Jesus Freak would say, it is what it is, right? Now, I'm sure you've heard the Xbox One is going to be hitting store shelves on November 22nd. That is a full week after the PlayStation 4 hits shelves, so I don't know if that's going to affect sales being behind PlayStation, but we'll see how all that turns out. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of, I don't want to say mad, but I'm just kind of not liking the way everything is going on. I don't like how these consoles are coming out right about the same time as Call of Duty, because here's my situation, right? As soon as Ghost comes out on November 5th, I'm going to definitely pick it up right away. So I'll be at the midnight release, I'll be playing it all night into the wee mornings, and then I'll probably try to get up some gameplay and everything like that. Then as soon as November 22nd comes around, I'm going to be picking up the Xbox One, and I'll definitely want to play Ghosts on the Xbox One. You know, I don't know what exactly is happening with dedicated servers, but I'm excited to hear that there might be something happening with the Xbox One, so I'll be playing that. Now, I know you can trade in your Xbox 360 version for the Xbox One version for $10, all right? My problem is the majority of my friends are sticking with the Xbox 360. So what do? Do I trade in my game and go to the Xbox One, and then I'm not going to be able to play with all my old friends that are still on the 360, and I'm just going to have to work with, you know, new friends and everything like that? Or do I have to pay twice and own both games? You know, I really don't want to spend an extra $60 because, hey, I'm picking up the Xbox One, that's $500. I'm picking up the Hardened Edition for Ghost, that's $120. You know, I pick up the Hardened Edition because I always buy the Season Pass, and that's going to cost you $50, so I figure, hey, if I'm already going to spend $60 and then another $50 on the Season Pass, I might as well spend the extra $10 and get the Hardened Edition. That way I can give, like, you guys the extra stuff that comes with it for maybe a challenge that I do or something like that. So it just makes sense for me to do that. But then if I have to spend another $60 for the Xbox One version for a game that I already own, if I want to keep both of them, you know, that is just racking up some serious cash, especially around Christmas time. You know, I'm going to have to ask my wife for, you know, that for my Christmas presents and stuff like that. But, you know, that might just be me. Maybe you have decided you're going to go one way or another. Maybe you're just going to stick with the 360 or PS3 version and then just wait to upgrade. You know, I don't know. But that's kind of the dilemma of where I'm at. Let me know what you're going to be doing with this whole thing. I really wish Activision would just say, hey, you know what? You guys who buy the 360 version or the PS3 version and you get the next gen console, we're going to give it to you at a discounted price if you download it. Now, I know there's issues and they probably can't do that, because what would stop a person from buying the 360 version, then, you know, paying that discounted price for the Xbox One version and then just going out and selling back the 360 version on eBay? You know, they'd get the game basically for that discounted price, whereas, you know, a normal person would have to pay the full $60. So I don't know if they could find a way around that. I thought maybe, hey, you'd have to put in the 360 version in your Xbox One console in order to play the Xbox One version. I don't know if that could actually happen, but that would prevent people from buying the Xbox One version or the PlayStation 4 version, you know, at that discounted price, and then just selling their other version if you made it so that they had to use the disc from the previous version. So I don't know how that all would work, or if they could make that work, but that's something that I would like to see. I hope they're still thinking about that, and I hope they come out with something. I don't really have high hopes that they will, but hey, you never know. Now, I'm going to put some addresses of some people in my title, so if you could do me a favor and make sure you like this video, especially if you have a Twitter account, that will help just get the message to them, especially if you agree with it. If you don't agree with it, or if you don't like this video, don't worry about it. Thumb it down, you know, let me know what I can do better. But as always, guys, take care and God bless.